Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to go over some English product releases. That's going to be Rascal Does Not Dream series, Goddess of Victory Nikke, Azur Lane, and following that, Rurouni Kenshin of all things. I know, crazy, crazy world, but Rascal Does Not Dream series. The big question that all of you should be asking is, are we getting that darn Mai Sakurajima signature card or what? Because this thing comes out on March 28th. At this point, you know from the many videos that I've done that I wrote to you and told you, please be informed that the contents of this product differs from the Japanese version. You could see down here, Asami Seto signed for Knapsack Kid, but she also voices Mai Sakurajima. So either this list is just an error where that is not listed on here, or it is intentional. And if you saw that message above that I just read to you, it seems like it's intentional at this point. But as your YouTube host of this video, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And out here on X, I'm going to ask Weiss Schwarz each day until we get it. I'm actually going to tag them. They're not probably going to reply back to me, but I am going to do my best for all of you and make whatever message out there that hopefully catches their attention. And this is the one from today. So join me out on X as we wait for the answer. They'll put it up eventually. Maybe not directly to me, but they'll put it up. Now, over here, Goddess of Victory Nikke. This is my advice to all of you. Don't lose your ass on this. Don't FOMO into this. I've told you for a long time. I told you about pre-orders. I told you to contact me that I can point you in the direction of some of the best pre-orders out there. And it's gone at this point. Actually, it's not. There's a few people that still have them left, but they are crazy expensive at this point, to the point where I'm going to tell you, you probably shouldn't buy it. And why is that, Big B? That's because Weiss Schwarz and Bushiroad, they are a company. They need to make money. They have stock. And one of the things they need to do, they need to sell cards. And this is one of the things that they do, right? So over here, Goddess of Victory Nikke comes out April 15th. And you can see on TCG Player, booster box $92.87. Over here, booster box case 1888.88. I mean, you might be wondering why all the eights. It's because this place is called 88 Card House, and it makes a whole lot of sense why there's a lot of eights. The only thing that doesn't make sense is why 88 Card House made this $92.87 for consistency's sake. Whoever is out there that knows these people, change that 92.87 to 92.88, please. Go ahead and tell them that. I know, nitpicky. Over here, the cases. Do people really buy it for that price? Well, when's the last sale that we had here? March 4th, $14.99.99. I mean, it's not $18.88.88, but that is freaking expensive no matter what. If you've seen the world of Pokemon, they know that people have been reselling their product for a ton of money. And when you are a card company watching people take your orders, your new stuff that you got out there, and selling it for way, way more, that should piss you off. Why? Because that's the money you should be making. You should be printing out that product and making that money. So what they're doing is they're making reprints. And why I say that is Bushiroad, Weiss Schwarz, if there is anyone over there that is thinking straight and you are seeing these prices, you are seeing a booster box case sell for $14.99.99, isn't it your duty to reprint this sucker? It makes a whole lot of sense. Again, this is an investment channel at some points, anyways. And what I would say is an investment, you don't want them to reprint this because you want this to go up sky high. I will also say one last thing to consider. There are only certain people that can put up posts like this on TCG Player before the release date. If you really think about that, and you think about people knowing about Nikke, knowing how popular it was, and how expensive it could be because of Azur Lane, then you're going to expect some supply to show up. But will that supply outpace demand? That is the big question. We shall see. Maybe Bushiroad is waiting for that to happen. Who freaking knows? I know there's a person with many warehouses down there in Florida that might have a massive supply of this. We'll see what happens. But no matter what, seeing these prices at this point, if you saw this as Weiss Schwarz, if you saw the sellers that are out of stock, I'm pretty sure some of them would love to have more stock to sell to people. Right? I 100% believe that. And I will say, I always think there's going to be reprint because on the JP side, they knew how important this was. They made a web page dedicated to this that looks way different than what we get on normal releases. This wasn't normal because they knew this is going to be huge. They gave us this. They even did that with Azure Lane as well because they knew that was big. On the English side, they didn't do anything just because, they already did an update to the website. And I think they're content with that at this point. They haven't touched anything else on it. But over here on the JP side, they got a reprint of Goddess of Victory Nikke. It was one of those ones that they did it at first print specification. They included the AGR that we're not getting in English because it's not listed here on this unless you still think it's some sort of mistake like the Mai Sakurajima card, but there's no way at this point those are mistakes. They just have to be 100% intentional at this point. But over here, still, getting back here, they reprinted the sucker. And I fully expect, given how Azure Lane went with Weiss Schwarz English, how the current prices are going on TCG Player and everywhere else that is sold out, I imagine this is going to happen. If you don't remember Azure Lane on the English side, you could take a quick peek here because the case for first edition was $22.99. Yeah, really expensive. The second edition currently sits at $17.99.97. That's with silver signatures. The booster box, first edition, $199.98, and the second edition, $133. Why I show you all this is to give you a bit of an idea about Nikke if there is not enough supply. If there is enough supply, then that is going to be something totally different. Now, I also showed you Azure Lane Volume Number 2 for one express reason, not region, but it's a reason. That is because what you're going to see on the English side is potentially an announcement at some point. And with that announcement, if you don't care about Nikke the IP, you just care about pretty girls on cards, then I would say instead of purchasing, a case at $1,500, maybe wait for Azure Lane Volume 2 and put the money towards that. That makes a whole lot more sense when it comes to investment purposes, or if you just want to look at girls on cards, because that's what you got with this set as well. Now, over here, Rurouni Kenshin, the biggest disappointment of recent memory, May 30th, 2025 is when it comes out. And why I say that is because if you don't remember, they took away the signatures, they're slapping on stamps, and the pretty cards that we have here, which they are. I was really excited for this set. They do have some amazing cards. Well, if you want to wait just a little bit, just a little bit of time, it's been announced for Union Arena, and that is the JP version of it. And as you can see here, July 25th, 2025, it comes out with signatures on it. Now, I will say Weiss Schwarz JP did have signatures. I just showed you that. And of course, Union Arena could rug pull you. Maybe you're thinking you're going to wait till English Union Arena to come out and you're going to get some signatures, and then come to find out they do the exact same thing. I know people have this belief that Union Arena could do no wrong, but I've seen plenty of Union Arena sets with no signatures on them. Okay, it does happen, but at least this gives you a chance to get English cards in some form with signatures on it. That's the hope you can carry on into the future, because you're not getting it with Bushiroad. It's not happening at all. But no matter what, I showed you all of this stuff. If you are going to go this route of buying really expensive cards, don't forget to use my TCG player link because I use that for giveaways. But no, really, I want you to be responsible about it. I really want you to think through what you want in life, because we only have one life to live. And with that, as always, have fun, be happy, don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.